Well, first of all, thanks for paying some attention here, and I want to thank the sort of retired volunteer corps of AmeriCorps, Peace Corps, Vista, all sorts of various organizations. We share this common denominator, I suppose, whether you served overseas in the Peace Corps or AmeriCorps, that addiction you acquire that never really leaves you about public service, community service. And I just began thinking while I'm running for the presidency to get down with this sort of grocery list of issues. And so where are you in healthcare? Where are you in Iraq? Where are you on the environmental questions? Where are you on, all these issues? And what's the transcendent issue? Is there something that weaves all of this together? And I realized what it was for me. Why did I get involved in an elective office? I mean, not that I planned on doing that necessarily, but without any question, the epiphany in my life was the Peace Corps. I always mark my life in two parts. Everything that happened to me before I went to the Peace Corps and everything that's happened to me since. And while my life before was great, grew up in a comfortable community and so forth, I frankly was wandering around. I was amazed I survived it all in some ways. And after the Peace Corps, everything changes for me. And while I didn't plan on being elected to Congress, the United States Senate, obviously running for president, I can just tell you everything I've ever done since the Peace Corps experience has been as a result of the Peace Corps experience. So I decided that what can I bring? How can I bring these issues together? What's the commonality that we all share and that people want to share? And I think it is service, the sense of a shared experience of being a part of a community, of not only improving a community but improving ourselves as a result of that commitment. I'm often embarrassed when people pat me on the back and say, "Wasn't it a wonderful thing you did?" Because frankly, what I got out of it was so vastly in excess of anything I gave. In fact, it's rather presumptuous when you think of it. I was an English literature major. All of a sudden, to be supposed to be training hogs or something, or pigs, back 40 years ago. What I knew about hogs, you could put in a thimble. And I came back having learned so much more about myself, about a different culture, different people, a deeper appreciation of what this country could potentially be and should be, what a difference it made to be giving and getting something larger back. And so I decided I'd call for national service, universal service, where everybody over the coming generation and a half would have a chance to serve in the country, providing those opportunities. So increasing AmeriCorps to 1 million people will have an opportunity to serve while maintaining the educational benefits that are part of it. Starting a HEROES program for retirees, so that when something like Katrina happens again, and it will, we've got to literally connect the country with accountants, lawyers, retired medical people, military people, whatever your background experience is. If you want to give, we ought to be able to fit you in immediately to a situation where you can make a difference. Having a requirement that before you graduate from high school, you got to give 100 hours somehow. And in fact, I'd like to start at middle schools. Many people have said the earlier you begin, the better it works. So we're going to talk about that, as well as a ready response corps, in a sense that I just sort of mentioned to you as well, to figure out ways in which people then can activate and become involved in this. And I'm just going to make it a template of this campaign. So even when you're talking about the environment or healthcare, education, service plays a critical role in every one of those issues. And so this is going to be a part of the underlying theme that sort of weaves itself through each of this grocery list of issues that we all talk about, and that gives us a common sense of identity as Americans, which is, I think, a lot of what we're missing here. So thanks again for tuning into all of this. Thanks for your support. I'm looking for ideas and thoughts on how we can make this better. This has not been etched in marble anywhere. I promise as president I'm going to have at that cabinet table. The executive, the head of the service corporation here is going to be a cabinet member. So it isn't just a speech given, but something that's very much a part of an administration, both in improving the quality of life here at home and reasserting our moral leadership in the world to do the good things that I think we want to be associated with as Americans. Thanks.